Well, I just would like to welcome everybody out to our very special event with Channeling White Light, Kelly Palmatier. We're really excited to have you all here and provide this group mediumship reading and a special sound reading sound healing by Deanna Rose afterwards. We're here today in support of Luna Sea Sanctuary, so thank you all for coming out and joining us and helping to support this cause. Luna Sea Sanctuary is an animal habitat. She helps to foster and help a variety of animals. And so first, I'd like to welcome Natasha, who runs the sanctuary, to come up and tell us a little more about what she does in the sanctuary.
See everybody's face. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And I'm sitting here in the front row getting amazing duck and animal energy stories. And thank you so much to Kelly. She gives back a lot in our community. I know that she's done fundraisers for some of my buddies at Asheville Cat Weirdos and some other organizations. Rescue organizations can never get enough help. So if you're interested in helping animals, there's many sanctuaries and rescues and nonprofits in the area that would love to have your help. We live on 4 little acres in North Asheville, and in the spring of 2020, when I moved to that land with my family, I thought I was starting a horse rescue. I'd grown up around horses. I did bring a miniature horse and her 2-week-old baby mini mule, who we call Baby June, Carter Cash, Junie Mooney, 100 names for this adorable little baby mule and her mother. When we left the awful place where this mother and baby were being kept, I heard screams that I had never heard before. They were the screams of a donkey. I had never been around donkeys. I'd mostly been around horses. This donkey had been bred and kept in a side lot, and this was the dad of little baby June. And I said to myself and to him, I'll be back. I don't know when, I don't know how. And one day I was able to rescue that little donkey and have him gelded, and he lives happily with that mama horse and the baby June, who's now 4 years old and pretty much like a little teen queen. We have 30 animals at Sanctuary, and all of them, and Sanctuary is basically the difference between if there is a rescue and a sanctuary is that we provide the promise of like long, sometimes end of life care or all of life care. We don't so much foster out animals, although I get involved in kitten rescue sometimes, and that everyone always needs fosters for and adoptions for, but for the most part, the animals that we brought home to Sanctuary, like our 4 retired dairy ewes, are just home for the long haul. We're just walking them home. And it's such an amazing thing to be able to do. And those animals save me. At Sanctuary today, it's the little family of minis, 1 big horse, 4 pigs that all came from horrible variety of stories. 2 goats. The moon goat is my baby goat that came home on a full moon. No matter how many times I told myself, don't do the thing where you schedule to pick up the animal, because I love the moon and honor her cycles. And no matter how many times I tried not to, that baby would be born on the full moon or on the new moon. The farmer would call and say, get this thing out of here. Whatever it was, it always ended up very aligned with the moon. So Luna Sea Sanctuary was a very fitting name. 4 pigs, 4 retired dairy ewes. Of course, we have 3 dogs. They're the hardest of the bunch and by far the most expensive. We have some senior rescues with diabetes and those kinds of things. I have 13 cats, because that's a lucky number, right? 6 of those are black cats, and if I could rescue black cats all day, I would. They need it. So that's what we do. My husband and I started that with our little children, and then in June of this year, my husband suddenly passed away. So that is part of what's going on for our sanctuary today, is that over the 4 years that we've had the sanctuary and eventually became a 501c3 nonprofit, nothing ever went to plan, nothing ever went how I thought it was going to go, but it's always been a beautiful mix of grace and and disaster, but most of it manageable. Right now we're just in a big transition, and so I just really appreciated Kelly reaching out to us, and I'm super excited for the evening tonight to be with you all. Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Yes, so if you would like to further support Lunacy Sanctuary, we do have a donation jar up here at the front for cash. If you don't have cash, but you would still like to contribute some more to the sanctuary, you can see myself or Ty, and we have a Venmo QR code. So if you have Venmo, we also have that available for more donations towards the sanctuary. So just a little bit of housekeeping, just so you know, the restrooms are right through the back door. You'll see the restroom sign. You can just open that door and go through to the back, and there's a bathroom. And then if you just kind of turn to your right, there's a water cooler with cups available for water if you need that as well. And also there's another exit and entrance over here. Some of you all came through this way, but there's also this door here too. So if you need to step out or whatever, we have tissues available too in case you need that through reading. And the tea, if you don't already know, we have tea that we're serving by Dobra tea. It's a Tulsi and lemongrass tea. So feel free to serve yourself to some tea at any time. So we're really excited and happy to announce Kelly Palmatier here tonight to do our group mediumship reading. Thank you all again for being here, and yeah, just give Kelly a warm welcome.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much. That was a warm welcome. I appreciate that. It is so nice to be here, and I'm so happy to have all of you here with us today. Thank you. Thank you for coming out to hear messages from Spirit, and of course to support Lunacy Sanctuary. I really appreciate it. How many of you have ever been to see a medium before? All right, quite a few. All right, very good. So we've got some experienced people, but I noticed not all the hands went up, so we also have some newbies here, yes? All right, well, welcome. Even you, a newbie. Welcome, yeah. You know, I always like to start off by acknowledging the fact that every psychic, every medium is a little bit different. You know, we're different in the services that we offer, the procedures that we use, just the ways we connect to the energy can vary from person to person as well. Now, in my case, I connect to the energy a few ways. I am an empath, so I do feel the emotions of others. I'm clairvoyant, so I psychically see images. Clairaudient, so I hear messages. Clairalient, so I get psychic smells. Clairsentient, so I physically feel the energy. And also claircognizant, so sometimes I just know things. But like I said, everybody's a little bit different. Now, in my case, I'm both a psychic and a medium, so I do offer psychic readings. Those are great for getting insight into the path you're on at the moment and what may be coming up for you in the future. But today we're doing mediumship, this group mediumship reading. So I'm going to be connecting with loved ones who've crossed over. Now, for me, whenever I'm doing mediumship work, it's a lot like meditating. I'm going to close my eyes, breathe deeply. I have to raise my vibration. Spirit has to lower their vibration. We'll meet somewhere in between, and then I'll pick up on little tidbits, little flashes of information, convey that to you, and hope that it makes sense. Now, you can help keep the energy flowing, keep the vibration high, just by acknowledging. If I say something that makes sense to you, please say yes. I understand. That makes sense because blah, blah, blah. That's very helpful. Now, on the other hand, if I say something that doesn't particularly resonate with you at the moment, that's okay. Instead of making a big deal out of it, I prefer we just leave it. What I find is a lot of times things will make sense later. Or what I find in group settings is after the reading, people will come up to me and be like, you know, I think you were channeling my Aunt Betty, but I didn't want to say anything. Say something, please. Don't leave me hanging. But anyhow, I do like to acknowledge that not everything that comes through is going to be exactly 100%. If it were 100%, it would be science. This is psychic, a little bit different. So we'll just go with the flow. Now, I will acknowledge that it's helpful to have a lot of fun. It's helpful to be joyful and to really just raise the vibration. When I'm doing this sort of work, it depends on my energy, it depends on Spirit's energy, but it also depends on your energy. So feel free to laugh, feel free to loosen up, have fun, and if something strikes your fancy, you can yell out, "Wow! Yes! Awesome!" Go right ahead. I don't mind. Really, seriously. Yeah, anytime. Now, don't worry. For you skeptics in the audience, you can yell out too. "No way! Unbelievable!" All right, does that work for you? You got your lines now. Everybody's ready? We're going to do this together? All right. Do we have any questions about the process before I get started? Okay. Are you sure? We're going to have some energy tonight, right? We're going to have some fun tonight, right? Yes, it does get emotional at times, but usually it's the best type of emotional. We do have several boxes of tissues. I think there are 3 boxes scattered around. If you see someone needs some, please pass the box around as necessary. I'm going to go ahead and open this session up and we'll get started, all right? All right. Bear with me one moment, please. I'm opening the door and clearing the way to invite guides or spirits of high vibration or benevolent intent to bring forth positive messages that serve highest good. Thank you. All right, folks. We definitely have several spirits here today, so that's good. They're not leaving me hanging, at least not yet. I feel like I want to talk about a feminine energy. We're going to start with a female. This is a feminine energy, but I also feel like I'm getting pulled towards the side, which for me is the way it's going to work if we've got someone of the same generation as you. So has anyone here lost a person, a female of the same generation? This could be a sister, a friend, a partner, a colleague, a cousin, an acquaintance, someone of the same generation. I see that you raised your hand here. Thank you for being the first. All right, thank you. Yes. All right, so I'm sorry for your loss, but we might have more than one, but let me see who I've got. I'm just going to ask for more details and we'll kind of figure it out as we go. One moment, please. Okay, I do feel like I'm getting my symbol for a passing that's more sudden in nature, something that is sudden. And then also I feel like I'm getting something in the throat area. When I get something in the throat, sometimes it's going to be literal. Something had happened with the throat or the neck. For example, maybe esophageal cancer. It could be someone was intubated. It could be a neck injury. So sometimes it's literal, but I do want to acknowledge that a lot of times when I get something in the throat area, that's going to be a symbol for me, a symbol of somebody who likes to have a good time, my symbol for consumption. So someone likes to have a good time, alcohol, drugs, pills, something like that. So a passing that's more sudden that may have involved alcohol, drugs, pills, something like that, and it's a female of the same generation. Can anybody claim this?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. What's the relationship to you of the person that you're thinking of, the female to the side?
A childhood friend,
A
but we stayed in touch.
Okay. All right. So this is a friend of yours who is now in spirit, and she liked to have a good time? Okay. All right. Very good. So this might be where I am. I will say I am feeling a pull in your direction, so I feel like I probably am with you, but let's see what else we get. One moment. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm getting a personality here where I feel like there's some energy here. I'm getting kind of pulled to the side, back and forth, back and forth. So I feel like when you guys were together, it feels like you had fun, but it also feels like, I don't know if maybe you didn't always agree or, I feel like an up-down, push-pull kind of relationship. So it feels like it was a good relationship, obviously, or she wouldn't be coming through here. But also it feels like, I don't know if there's something that you weren't always as close, or maybe you were close for a while, but then you fell out of touch for a while, kind of a back and forth energy. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, I think She just moved to LA and I didn't see her much.
Okay, very good. So you were close emotionally, but then geographically distant. Okay, so that back and forth makes sense. I feel like, okay, for those of you who are not aware, the lady for whom I'm channeling is Deanna Rose, our beautiful sound integration leader, the musician that will be playing for us later. And I have to bring this up because I feel like your friend is saying she sees what's going on with you. She knows that you are following your dreams. She knows you're following your passion, and she loves that about you. She's really giving you, ooh, I got strong chills just now. Whew. So she really wants you to know that you're doing the right thing, and she's so proud of you that she sees this. And also, she's kind of funny because she's like, plus, I got you here first. I'm the first one. So she's excited that she's the first spirit to come through today and that she's coming through for you. Does that kind of sound like her personality? She's like, he's very spunky. Yes, yes, good. She's sending her love. She wants you to know she's fine. She's good. Yeah. All right. See what else I get. All right. I'm getting a masculine energy now, and I feel like this is coming in a little bit above. So to me, that's going to be like an older generation. So this could be something like a father, a grandfather, great-grandfather, uncle, great-uncle, something that is a masculine energy, but it's coming in above. Let me see what else I've got. Hang on a moment. All right, I'm getting the letter G. The letter G. It could be a J, because sometimes J's and G's are similar, but I feel like I'm getting the letter G. It might be a George. Somebody with a J or a G, male of an older generation? Yes?
Jacob?
Jacob, okay. And this is a male of an older generation for you?
Yeah, grandfather.
A grandfather. You have a grandfather named Jacob. Okay, beautiful. So I might be with you, but let me see what else I get to confirm that. Hang on a moment. All right. All right. I feel like I'm getting my symbol for responsibility. I feel like he's acknowledging that he didn't take good enough care of himself. That he did not, maybe he didn't see the doctor when he should have, didn't take good care. Does this make sense to you?
So I never knew him.
Okay.
In my life.
Okay.
From what I know, probably, yeah.
From what you know of him,
Yeah.
that sounds correct, that he didn't take good enough care of himself? Okay, so I might be with you. Unless anyone else has a G that's an older generation male. All right, so I think we're with you. So let me see what else I get, though. Oh, now I am getting something with the heart. Do you know if he's the one who had the issue with the heart?
He had cancer.
Cancer. Okay. Okay. So let me see what else I get. I'm not sure if I'm still with him or not then. Hang on a second. All right. I'm not sure if I'm with him. I actually just got my reference for a breast. So I'm going to talk about the breast in a moment, but you wanted to say something?
I have a J and a heart.
You have a J. Is it a male of an older generation? Okay, so you have a J of an older generation who had an issue with the heart. Okay, what's the relationship to you of this person?
Grandfather.
A grandfather, okay. Is it James?
No.
What's his name?
Joseph.
Joseph.
My grandfather's name was James.
Your-
By Jim,
Okay, your grandfather's name is James. Did he have anything with his heart?
I believe so.
Okay, all right, all right. So I'm gonna say I feel like I'm with you. But I also want to acknowledge that Spirit has this really cool thing they do. It's called overlay. And so overlay is where spirits will say, hey, we've got, 90 minutes and we've got 25, 30 people here. And that means in the wings, we've got about, 300 people that want to come through. So they can't all come through, right? So overlay is where I'll get something for one person, but other people kind of sort of recognize it as well. So even though I kind of feel like I'm with you, because it's an exact name, I feel like your other loved ones also want you to know that they're here as well and they're sending their love for you as well. So always just listen out if you get a message coming through or you hear someone else getting a message. Know that part of that may apply for you as well. Okay. Now let me see what else I get here. The grandfather with the heart named James. All right, one moment please. Okay, I am getting a headache. And the way I'm getting it is more on the right side of my head, which I don't know what that means. I have a symbol for the left side, what this means. I know what it's across the front. I know if it hits the back. I'm still working on this one here. But I'm just going to say that the other day I felt something in the right side of my head, and it turns out that it was a brain tumor. So somebody had something going on physically wrong with the brain. So obviously we've just talked about James having something with the heart, so I don't know that he would, I mean, maybe, bad lottery winner.
Maybe.
But yes.
My father was Joseph, but called Go-Go. And he had heart conditions, but in the end he had some hydrocephaly stuff going on in his head, so I'm wondering if that is possibly.
Yes. And I feel like, again, with the overlay, like I feel like your James also is sending this love. But yes, if I'm getting another layer of information and that applies to you, and now all of these are working for you, I may be with you. So, or at least I'll say I feel like your father's wanting to come through as well. You said it was father, right? Not grandfather?
Also a Joseph.
Also a Joseph. Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Hang on just a moment. Okay. All right. I want to acknowledge I'm getting a lot of love coming through from your father. And I feel like it was very important for him to come through for you today, because I feel like when he was in the physical world, there was something where maybe he didn't support you as well as you should have been. He wasn't there for you as much as you deserve. So this makes sense to you?
Yes.
So I feel like he wants to say that he's sorry for that. I feel like he's acknowledging that he was kind of wrapped up in his own stuff. But now that he's in spirit and he kind of sees things from a different perspective, he knows more what's in your heart, and he just wants to come through with a lot of love and acknowledgement that he should have been there for you more. So an apology for that. And also, he says, you were always quirky growing up. You were always doing your own thing growing up. And he says, he's actually delighted that you're still kind of quirky and you're still doing your own thing. He's very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Do you have any questions? Anything you'd like to ask or say to him?
Is he happy?
Yeah, let me ask about that. Hang on a moment. All right. I'm getting, well, it's no surprise. Yes. All right, he's happy. But the way I'm getting it, I feel like I want to say, yes, sweetheart, I am content. And I feel like this is important because I feel like in the physical world, he wasn't always content. So you understand this?
Yes, he's
Okay.
had a lot of struggles.
Yeah. Yeah. So so he's acknowledging, yes, he's doing well. By the way, he's talking about he is with other loved ones. And so he's doing well, but he wanted to bring it through in that way to acknowledge how he was in the physical world.
And he was always all about being with other loved ones.
Oh, perfect. Good. Well, no wonder he wanted to bring that up. Good, good, good. Now, I'm not sure if this is the person, one of the people he's with, because he's talking about being with multiple other spirits, or if I'm getting my next person. But I do want to talk about, this is a female, and it's an older generation, and I feel like I'm getting the letter M. The letter M. Hang on a sec. Okay, it is Mary. So who's got a, yes, yes,
I have a
good.
grandmother Mary.
You have a grandmother Mary, okay. All right, I've got chills again, by the way. Yeah, so I definitely feel like they want you to know that they're here for you. Yeah, all right, hang on. All right, I'm getting something really random here, really random. Forgive me if it's not your grandmother Mary. This could be for anybody. I want to talk about bugs. Bugs. Who knew? Who knew we'd be talking about bugs tonight? Animals, yes. Rescued animals? No, we're going to talk about bugs. So I don't know if somebody always played with bugs, used to catch bugs, used to make jokes about bugs. Maybe someone had a nickname, Bug. Cute as a bug. All right. No bugs here.
It was a very embarrassing nickname of mine in my childhood. My mom called me Bug, and so did my Nana.
Oh, your mom called you Bug and your Nana called you Bug. And I just talked about someone, the nickname Bug. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Even though you were embarrassed, thank you for speaking up. I appreciate that.
I was just like, no way. That's what Mom called me, and it drove me nuts. So I think my Nana would just tease me with it.
Okay, well, she's teasing you with it. Thank you for actually fessing up. So many times after events, I'll be up here on stage and I'll be like, crickets. Oh, isn't that funny? Pun intended, right? Crickets, right? And then afterwards, people will be like, you know, I used to have a nickname, Bug. You left me hanging on stage. Thank you for not leaving me hanging, even though, you know,
so long.
but you know I'm going to like call you Bug like all the time when I see you now,
That's okay.
right?
I'm fine with that.
All right, good. So your mom and your Nana, but now is your mom living?
Yes.
Okay, but your Nana's in spirit.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Very good. So let me see what else I get. Okay, I'm visually seeing the image of a baby doll. So I feel like maybe this is a funny memory for somebody, or a happy memory or whatever, but I feel like I'm seeing a baby doll and somebody is just, they drag their baby doll around with them everywhere they go. I got the baby doll. We can't go to the store, Mommy, where's my baby doll? Like, I feel like I'm getting the importance of a baby doll.
I have to say, since I could remember 2 years old, my grandmother had this doll, and it was this really old-fashioned doll. It was beautiful. It was really simple. It was like old white linen, and she had this green dress and a little apron, and she had these little tufts of brown curled hair, and it reminded me of my Nana because she had curly brown hair. And anyway, I still have it. And I actually have it like in this memorabilia type chest. It has like her images and you know, it's just stuff. And it's like my Nana doll. And I know it sounds creepy when I say it like that, but it is the most sweet, loving, does not look creepy doll type doll. It's
Not
really
a creepy
sweet.
doll, a sweet
And
doll.
I remember like even drawing a smile like on her face, like when I was little. So anyway,
You
I
have
this
big
doll.
baby doll memories with your Nana.
Yeah.
Woo! Good,
That's
good, good.
wild.
I'm so glad. Good job,
I wouldn't even
Nana.
think about this stuff.
Yeah, I know,
This is
right?
stuff she would bring up though.
It is stuff she would bring up.
Yeah.
Good, good. So she wants you to know she watches over you. She totally watches over you. She says she knows about you and Maddie, that she sees you and Maddie. For those of you who don't know, Maddie's not a psychic kit. I've met Dunbar before. But still, I feel like your Nana's wanting to acknowledge that. She's very proud of you. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. She says, yes, she's proud because you're a hard worker. Yes, she's proud because you're a go-getter. Yes, she's proud because, you know, you're always pushing through your challenges. But more importantly, she is so proud of the beautiful soul you are. You are always giving and bringing light to others.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my Nana.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. All right. Are we having fun yet?
Yes.
All right. Good, good. Yeah. All right. Let me see what else we have. Who else wants to come through tonight? I know we've got a lot of spirits wanting to send a lot of love. So I'll just make sure that I open up and we'll see how many we can get. All right, one moment. Okay. I'm getting a masculine energy. I'm getting pulled more towards the side right now. So I feel like this might be somebody's brother. It might be somebody's brother or partner or cousin, acquaintance, somebody your generation. I actually feel like I might kind of be in this area. A male of the same generation. I feel like somebody may have passed suddenly. Somebody passed more suddenly. And I might even have the letter D, a D name. All right, does somebody have I want to say something like Darius or some other D name. Does anybody have a male of the same generation in spirit? We'll take it one step at a time. You have a male of the same generation. Okay, so 1, 2, so several people, thank you, have a male of the same generation. And obviously the name Darius did not speak to you, or I think somebody would have said something. Did anybody else have a D? Oh yes, you want to say something?
Well, Darius was his brother's name, but he's still living.
Okay, so there's a male of the same generation for you who has passed, and that person who's passed has a brother who's living named Darius?
Yes.
Okay, I might be with you. Did he pass suddenly? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, I might be with you then, yeah. All right, let me see what else I get here. Hang on a moment. All right. I feel like this person, it's funny, I want to call him Darius, but obviously I know he's not. I feel like he has a good sense of humor. Is that correct? Okay. And I already said that he passed suddenly. Yes, you confirmed that already. Okay, because he's giving me that one again. I feel like, I know I already brought this symbol through earlier, but I'm getting it again, my throat or the neck or consumption. Did he like to have a good time? Alcohol, drugs, pills, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. All right, thank you. Hang on a moment. All right, and then also I'm getting my symbol for responsibility. So I feel like he's taking responsibility where his actions may have contributed in some way to his passing. So you understand that. Okay. And then also I'm getting my symbol for something that's accidental in nature. So I feel like he didn't really intend for this to happen. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, I will say a lot of times when I get these symbols together coming in like this, it's going to indicate that there may have been an accidental overdose. Does this make sense to you?
No, it was a car wreck.
It was a car wreck. Okay. Was he under the influence when?
I'm sure he was.
Okay. All right. So the consumption makes sense, the accident makes sense, the responsibility makes sense, but it wasn't an overdose. Okay. I still think I may be with you though, yeah. All right. Hang on just a moment. All right. I feel like, so first of all, he's good. All right. He's good. He's still funny. He's still, I feel like he's very likable, even though you kind of want to shake a finger at him like, you shouldn't, you know. But I feel like he's just very likable. You want to be around him. You have fun when you're with him, even though you might feel a little guilty. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness, was he really doing that? Yeah, because I feel like it's not just the driving when he shouldn't be. There are other things too, like, what? Like, he's kind of outrageous at times.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was. He was actually hit by a car.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's nice then he wasn't the driver. Yeah. At least that's in his favor. But yeah, all right. Hang on a second. Now, I will say I feel like I'm getting sort of a deep voice for him. A deep voice. Is he more tall also? Yeah? All right. Yeah, he says, I'm good. I'm good. It's kind of funny the way he's doing this. Yep, I'm good. Yeah. Is this how he would communicate?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, he kind of probably just throw it off, like it's fine, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I feel like it's and he feels this too. He acknowledges that a lot of people, I feel like I want to use words like kind of went crazy after this, because it's like his passing, so many people loved him, and it was so unexpected, and it just broke so many hearts.
It was actually my son's father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So it was rough. It was
Yeah.
rough, but
Yeah. So broke so many hearts, including your son's. And I have to say, he says, and yours, be truthful. He's teasing you, obviously. But so he does hate that his passing has caused so much sadness. But he says, I'm good. I don't know, that's such a, it's not what he's saying so much as how he's saying it. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting here. Do you have questions? Anything you'd like to ask or say to him?
just that his kids are good,
Yeah, good. All right, hang on.
and then they're all together.
Good.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. He says thank you. He says thank you. He says he always knew that you were a great mom, and you've really stepped up and continued to show that, and he appreciates you. Oh, wait a second. He says that he still comes around you. Have you talked to him? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so you have talked to him, and he has let you know. He's given you signs, because he talks about that he comes around. So he's confirming that for you. I feel like at least one of the signs we're talking about, there's a song, something musically. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, I love it when people gasp. Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah. So, yeah, he's a funny guy. So anyway, he's confirming that for you. He says, give my love to the kids.
We're all
Oh, wait.
going to the beach soon, so I will.
Oh, that's nice. His mother's still living, is that correct?
Yes.
He's like, give my love to my mama.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
thank you.
Yeah. All right. Who is next on the hot seat? That's the question, right? All right. Let me see what else I get. Hang on a sec. All right. I'm still with a male. I feel like it's still the same generation. So we had a couple other hands go up for male of the same generation. You were one of them,
Yes.
right? Okay. And okay, so we've got two people here who, okay, 3, 4. So we've got four or five people who have lost a male, 6 of the same generation. So the odds are good. I'll pull something off here. All right, let's see what else I get to confirm who we've got. All right, I'm with you guys. So full disclosure, because I'm not one of those psychics that researches people ahead of time, I am aware that, I'm sorry, Natasha, was that the name? Natasha has lost a male of the same generation. And this is, I'm just going to disclose what I know. Is it your ex-husband, the father of your kids? Okay, that's everything I know. But when I was looking over here, and especially I looked in your eyes and you made eye contact with me, and I'm like, I'm here. So I don't have any other evidential information yet, but I feel like he wants to say that he's here, His passing was also sudden, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm getting a fuzzy taste in my mouth. When I get a fuzzy taste in my mouth, typically this is going to be a symbol for somebody who smoked or drank a lot of coffee or both. Does
There's
this,
also something funny with something fuzzy in your mouth. That's hard to explain. An herbal drop that we would use called spilanthes, it makes your mouth tingle. That was a very special,
Okay.
and also just like an oral hygiene thing that we did.
okay, all right. That's
Mouth
different.
fuzzy and,
But
could have been
that's-
smoking.
So you did smoke also?
Substances.
Okay. But I have to say, I feel like you hit the nail on the head the first time, because usually when I get, you guys probably don't see me enough regularly to know that this is the way I work, but usually when I get a fuzzy taste, it's on my tongue. If we're smoking, a smoker or a coffee drinker. In this case, it was kind of more like all over, and I actually said fuzzy taste in my mouth instead of my tongue. And so when you said like the whole mouth kind of tingles, I think I'm with you. I think that, I mean, it's good that not good that he's a smoker. I'm glad the smoking made sense also, but I think he was bringing up, it's just a silly random detail, right? But it's something that, does anybody else here take a drop in the tongue that makes the whole mouth fuzzy as part of oral hygiene? Just curious. All right, see, it's something that says that I'm with you. All right, hang on though. Let me see what else I get besides a fuzzy taste. One moment. All right. I want to say, even though you guys didn't work out as a couple, I feel like I want to say, this is a nice guy. So that resonates with you? He just feels like he's very genuine. He's down to earth. He's loving. He's caring.
Yes.
Like I'm struggling. I'm thinking, well, what can I say about him that's not so perfect so he sounds more like a real person? All right, to say something that's not so perfect, I feel like I want to acknowledge he didn't completely have his act together. He didn't necessarily know what path he was going on in life.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. He says, yes. He says he did have a hand in arranging this whole fundraiser thing for you. Somebody, full disclosure, somebody posted something on one of the Facebook groups I'm in, I think maybe a vegan group, about, hey, if you guys can donate to a GoFundMe for Luna because she lost this person in her life. And we were at the time thinking, all right, who do we want to do a group mediumship donation for next? And so I reached out to my assistant, hey, see if you can set something up with Lunacy Sanctuary. He's saying, yes, he did send me your way to give you the message that he's okay, to give you the message, thank you for everything that you brought into his life. He says he will eternally be grateful for the children and for the growth that he experienced as a result of your relationship. He's a nice guy. Yeah. Plus, of course, a fundraiser, right? So here's a bunch of love and some money. You'll be okay, right? I feel like he's kind of, doing what he can here. Nice. All right. I'll see if I get anything else. Yeah. Do you have questions? Anything you'd like to ask or say to him? Hang on. He says you'll be fine. Because there's still days. This is early days for you. I don't know when he passed, but I know it was recent. He wants to say you're going to be fine. He wants to say he knows there are days when you're like, I'm not going to be fine. He says you're going to be fine. Yeah. Did you have something you wanted to ask or say?
It's important for me to understand if his death was accidental
Sure. All right. Let me talk to him about that. Hang on a second.
or health related.
Sure. All right. Hang on just a moment. Okay. He's saying, well, you know, I didn't take the best care of myself. So he's acknowledging that he did have some health issues, but in this case, he says it actually was accidental. So this makes sense to you?
Yes.
Very good. All right. I'm seeing a funny memory. A funny memory. I feel like I want to talk about, I know you've got kids. Is at least one of them a female?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I'm seeing him, grown man. I don't know if he's wearing a tiara or a fairy costume or wings, or I feel like he's playing with your daughter and he's being ultra silly. So I don't know if she's like, Daddy, let me put lipstick on you.
I mean, I don't know that I see the wings or the lipstick so much as I'm seeing him with the girls, very playful.
Very playful with the girls.
And maybe a woman's hat.
Maybe a woman's hat. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But I feel like the point is that, yes, he was playing with the girls, and I feel like he doesn't have a problem being totally silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in a self-deprecating way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. How are we doing?
Great.
Yeah? Good, good. I'm going to have a sip of water. One moment, please. Otherwise, everybody will be getting messages about fuzzy mouths.
And coffee was a big thing, too.
Oh, coffee was a big thing?
Like the love language.
Oh, good, good. Good.
That tracks.
Nice. Good. I'm so glad. Yeah. All right. Let's see who else we have here. All right. I'm getting something different. I was seeing something, it makes me think of like a kaleidoscope, or it could even be like a dream catcher. A dream catcher, feathers coming down. It's something like that. It's something, it's got sort of a roundish shape, it's got a design. Does anybody here own a dream catcher?
I got one over my bed.
You have a dream catcher over your bed? You have a dream catcher? So we have 3? All right, getting some overlay action going on, making sure everybody, you have several. Yes, I have no surprise there. All right, so the dream catchers make sense. Very good. So let's see if we can narrow this down a bit. Oh, yes, of course. All right. So somebody with a dream catcher had a loved one visit them in a dream. Yes?
I do have a dream catcher in my room and have visitation in my dream.
Oh, beautiful. You have a dream catcher in your room and you had a visitation in your dream. Lovely. Good, good. So I think I'm with you. Hang on a second. Is that the person that came through to the dream, though? Is that a feminine energy? Okay, very good. All right. I'm not quite getting the relationship to you. I'm not sure if it's above you or to the side. It's either older or the same generation as you, is that correct? It's not younger, is my point. Okay. All right. Go ahead and tell me the relationship to you of that person, please.
Mother.
It is your mother. Okay, good. All right. I want to talk about her energy. She's coming through in a way, I just want to call her so sweet. Sweet. Like, you know, a mother's love is sweet anyway. And of course, she's coming through with a lot of love. But I just feel like I want to describe her as being so sweet. All right. Hang on. Let me see what details I can get for her. All right, now, I don't know if this is for your mother or this might be for somebody else, but I feel like I want to talk about a name that is 2 parts to it, like Mary Lou or Betty Jo, like a 2-part name. Is there someone around you that has a 2-part name? It doesn't have to be your mother.
I mean, she's been called Linda Lou.
She's been called Linda Lou?
Yeah.
Okay, and wasn't the first one I said to you something Lou? Did I say something, Lou? Okay. Mary Lou, that's what it was. Okay. So I said Mary Lou, and she has been called Linda Lou? Okay. All right, I think I'm with you. Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right, hang on a moment. Okay, I'm getting my symbol for someone who was sick for a while before they passed. I'm getting prolonged. Was she sick for a while before she passed?
Probably for about 6 months.
6 months. Okay, yes, that makes sense then. Yeah, it's not a sudden passing. All right, now, I feel like I want to talk about, I'm getting a sensation in my head. The way I'm getting it, it's more across the front of my forehead, which for me typically is going to be a symbol for somebody who had something going on with the brain function, brain chemistry. This does not have to be for your mom, but it could be something like Alzheimer's, dementia, cognitive decline. If not that, it could be anxiety, depression, mental illness, addiction. Something going on with brain function or brain chemistry.
Sounds more like my grandma.
Your grandmother?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, your grandmother's also very sweet, yes. And your grandmother, is this your maternal grandmother? So it's connected to your mom. So that.
Oh, no, my dad's sorry.
Oh, it's your dad's side, okay. But she knew your mom and okay. And she really liked your mom, didn't she?
Yes.
I feel like they're coming through together. They want you to know that they're both here for you. Yeah, sweet. All right, hang on. Okay, I want to talk about a swing. The swing. So I don't know if they used to have a swing in their yard at some point, or maybe somebody had a porch swing. Okay, it's all right if it doesn't make sense. I don't want to force it here. All right, so, well, I'm just going to acknowledge your mom and your grandmother both definitely wanted to come through with a lot of love for you. And I feel like I was getting something about being in the car. So I don't know if you've taken a road trip with them where you were talking in the car. Yes? All right. So they bring through happy memories there. But also, you talk to them. Do you talk to your loved ones? They want you to know that they can hear you. And I feel like you have talked to them in the car while driving. Yeah. So they want you to know they were with you in the car when you were talking to them. Yes. All right. Yep, they're sending their love. All right. I feel like that swing is going to make sense to somebody else. Who's got the swing? Somebody had a swing in a yard or a porch swing? Yes?
I don't want to say it's my Nana again, because does that ever happen? Someone comes through this
Yes.
twice?
Oh, we've got some spirits that'll be like, oh, if nobody's else speaking up, I'll jump in here. It happens a lot. Yes.
So many similarities with the last person we were just talking to.
Okay.
My Nana, she died. She had Alzheimer's and dementia.
Okay.
You know, she was sick. She actually had, she was sick in her lungs for several weeks, and then that was it.
Okay.
So many things. I talked through everything, almost everything you've said.
I'm getting a few of those symbols again as you're speaking, so I feel like your Nana wants to say yes. She's doing that overlay thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's acknowledging that for you. Now, you kind of nodded your head subtly about the swing.
Well, it was more of a rocker.
A rocker. Okay, yeah. That's a similar action. Yeah. All right, good. So I might be with you with the rocker. I feel like I'm with you with the rocker. Is this a grandmother? Yeah. Okay. I feel a real down-to-earth energy for her. She's not frou-frou. Am I right? She's, you love her or you don't love her, whatever. I feel like she's kind of a no-nonsense person, but I feel like a lot of people really love her. All right, hang on, let me see. Did somebody say something? No? Okay, all right, hang on a second, let me see. All right, now, I feel like she's slim. Is that correct? She is slim? That or she lost weight towards the end, but I feel like I want to say she lived a good life, not super old, but I feel like I'm definitely getting senior citizen kind of feel here. Hang on. All right. I don't know if she would ever wear a house dress slippers. I feel like I'm getting that kind of a feel. I feel like she's very relaxed on this glider. And this, I will say this glider does feel like it's on a front porch. Maybe you already said that. It's on a front porch? Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like she's like sitting out there and enjoying herself, like watching, I don't know, neighbors walk by or just kind of being part of the scene, enjoying life. Hang on. There's something about her mouth. I think, she might be drinking something, or did she have something going on with her teeth or with her mouth? Do you know if she had dentures or if she had missing teeth? She had dentures, okay. All right. I feel like those dentures bothered her sometimes. But yeah, I'm seeing her like sitting out there, enjoying life. And now, I definitely feel a strong connection to family for her. She loves her family. Family is everything. She's like very loyal and I feel like there are like multiple family members, but she's like keeping up with everybody. This cousin and that cousin and this one got married and that one got engaged and this one had another baby and this one, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. I feel like I'm getting the passage of time. Has it been a while since she passed?
A few years.
A few years, okay. But it's not the letter D for her. What's the first initial of her first name, please?
M.
M. Okay, so it's another M. I got M earlier. Hang on. Now, earlier I said Mary, but it's not Mary for her. Right. Okay, hang on a sec.
She also had a double name. Double name.
Oh, she had a double name. Oh,
That's
nice.
my cousin, so, yeah.
Oh, it's your cousin. Oh, and I was talking about cousins, right? Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, good. So she had a double name. All right, go ahead and tell me her name.
Maybell.
Maybell. Maybell. Okay. Nice. I do feel like I'm getting my symbol for faith here. I feel like she's got a strong faith. She's very spiritual or religious or both. Yeah, nice. Oh, I just felt like I needed to cough. I don't normally do that in a reading, so I don't know if she had a little cough or something. Or maybe it's me, it could happen. But there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, food. Gotta talk about food. Yeah,
Yes.
yes. I feel like that woman could cook. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, there's something that's fried. I feel like this is comfort food. This is not, gerbil food. Right? This is comfort food. She's frying up something, and oh my goodness, it is delicious. And all of these cousins and people that she was like so into, they're like, oh, Maybell, oh yeah, oh mama, oh, yep. Like coming out of the woodwork because she's cooking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And she's so proud of that. Yeah. She says her legacy is her family. Yeah. She wants to say she continues to watch over everybody. Of course, she wanted to come through today. because you guys are here and she's got the opportunity. But she wants to say she continues to watch over you guys regularly. And definitely, there's been a new, she's talking about a younger generation. Has somebody been born after her passing? There's been, yes. So she wants to say she knows about the new baby. Yeah. All right. Any questions? Anything you'd like to ask or say to her? All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. Let me see. She's sending her love. Oh, wait. She says, give my love to the family. Give my love to the family. I don't know who she's talking about, but I feel like she's saying, give my love to your mama. So that makes sense? All right. Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good, good. So we've been at it for about an hour. We've got about 30 minutes left, and then we're going to take a break, have a 30-minute breather, and then listen to some beautiful music. All right. Let's see who else we have. Okay, I feel like I want to talk about cat. I don't know if this is somebody named Cat, or it might literally be a kitty cat. I feel like I want to go with the name first. Does anybody have a loved one, living or in spirit, named Cat? Or have a nickname that's Cat? All right. No? Cat going once, cat going twice. All right. Somebody afterwards is going to be kicking themselves. I can't believe I forgot about cat. All right. Let me see what I get. If it might be a literal kitty cat. Oh my goodness. Yes. You've lost a kitty cat. It's been a while.
Yes.
Yes. Of course you have. You were in animal rescue.
Yeah.
I could probably list off all these different species,
But really,
right?
it hasn't been a recent cat. There was a very special cat a very long time
A very
ago.
special
I
at a
didn't
very
have
long
cats
time
for a
ago.
long time because-
Ah, yeah. Yes, yes. I want to say something like sparkle. So I feel like this cat's personality just sparkled or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the cat had glitter on it, but all right. So I might have a cat for you coming through. I don't know if his name was Steve, the gentleman I channeled for you
Yes.
earlier. I don't know if he's bringing the cat through or not. Let me see.
He could be bringing cats for sure.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Let me see what I get. Hang on a
Now
second.
my brain is going through cat names of a cat that he had that he was very.
Well, don't tell me any
Yeah.
details.
Okay.
Let me see what I can get, and then you tell me if I'm right or not. All right. This is really random. I don't see how this would make sense for a cat, but I'm just going to say what I get. I feel like I was seeing something like overalls, and I feel like I want to say something like farmer. So I don't know if this is still a cat, though, unless there's a cat whose nickname was Farmer. Or
This is going to sound so weird, but this past Halloween, before Steve passed, but he was struggling to connect with us. We decorated a whole bunch of scarecrows, and we did overalls with these. He knows that I love cat masks, and we would play with these animal masks. So in front of our sanctuary, we had overalls with a cat, like a cat farmer scarecrow.
all right.
And
I want everyone to hear this.
this.
I want everyone to hear this. This is a good one here. So Steve, the gentleman I was channeling earlier, showed me an image, or do you want me to talk about cat? I heard the word cat, and then he showed me an image of overalls and a farmer. And Natasha here is explaining that at Halloween they put out decorations which included overalls with a cat mask. Good job. Yes. All right. So he wants you to know he's got your kitty cats. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yes, animals do. Animals do cross over. I've never gotten the actual Rainbow Bridge, although that image is beautiful. But certainly animals do cross over and have a beautiful life in the afterlife just as the humans do. Yeah. All right, hang on a moment. Let's see what else we get. Okay, I'm smelling a really lovely smell. This to me smells like cologne. I feel like I want to say, who has the grandpa who always smelled good, aftershave or cologne or Irish Spring soap? I don't know. Yes?
My Nana, her husband.
Your Nana's husband, he always smelled good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I feel like she wants you to know that he's with her.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good, good. All right, one moment. Okay, I want to talk about Bruce. Bruce. It could be Bruce Springsteen. Does somebody really like Bruce Springsteen? Was somebody listening to a Bruce Springsteen song just recently? Does somebody know someone named Bruce?
My brother's best friend's name is Bruce. He's still alive.
Your brother's best friend is named Bruce.
Yeah.
But Bruce is still alive,
Yeah.
and your brother's still alive? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to leave that there. Once in a while, we'll get messages for a third party if there's something really urgent, but I don't want to force it. So we'll just see if something else comes through that we'll just see what else comes through. But nobody else is recognizing a Bruce or a Bryce or something quite similar. Okay. All right, hang on. Okay. Something really random. I'm hearing a song. I'm thinking, is this Henry Mancini? I think it's Henry Mancini. The name of the song is The Baby Elephant Walk. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't make me keep singing. Somebody speak it. All right, so elephants, Henry Mancini. Does somebody have a stuffed elephant? Does somebody collect elephants?
My grandma did.
Your grandmother collected.
Elephant collector.
Ah, your grandmother was a big elephant collector. Nice. I wouldn't be surprised if she liked Henry Mancini, by the way. Great composer. My songs don't do my singing doesn't do him justice. All right, so I might be with your grandmother then, if she's an elephant collector. Nice. All right, let me see what else I get. Okay, I feel like I want to talk about breakfast. So, did she make a really nice breakfast, like pancakes or oatmeal, or do you have a nice memory of going out to breakfast with her? You do. Okay, all right. She's still around you, by the way. Yeah. You have a lot in common with her, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, because you're a young, vibrant person. And she was vibrant, but obviously much older. But there were like little things that you're like, oh, this is just like her. Like putzing around in the garden, or like little things like that. Good. She says she's delighted by that. Tell me, how is it that you're similar? Tell me some of the things.
Without thinking.
I'm putting you on the spot. So personality-wise, is that what it is then?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
just very sweet to everybody and
Yeah.
do anything for anybody.
Okay.
Just a really, really sweet grandma. I'm just
All right.
doing everything.
All right.
Always thought of everyone else.
So she's a real
herself.
giver.
Yes.
A real giver. And you are also a real giver. And she wants to say that you were doing something recently where you were helping somebody else out. And maybe it even crossed your mind that your grandmother would be proud, or your grandmother would do something like this if she were here. She says she was with you at that exact moment. And she says, "You're right, honey. You're right, honey. I'm so proud of you." Yeah, beautiful. Nice. All right, what else? What else? I wish I could get a message for everybody. I just can't control who comes through or what they say. But I will say I feel a lot of love in spirit here for a lot of people. So even if I haven't spoken to you directly, please know that your loved ones do love you. They are with you. All right, let me see what else I get. All right. Does anybody have a David in spirit? A David in spirit? Is the name David relevant for anyone in some other way? Yes?
My ex-husband.
Your ex-husband is named David, and he's living.
Yes.
Is his mother in spirit?
No.
I have a friend named David.
You have, say that again, you have a friend. Oh, you have a friend named David who's living, but his mother is in spirit. Okay. All right. So it might be an overlay thing, but I'll see what else I get. Hang on a sec. All right. I'm seeing the color yellow. So sometimes this is quite literal. Somebody really loves yellow. Maybe they have a yellow house, a yellow kitchen. Also, yellow is going to be one of my symbols for the month of April. So does anybody have a special, something going on with April? Somebody was born in April, somebody died in April, there's some other special event or something special about April. You're not recognizing the yellow or April for yourself or David or his mom? Okay, that's all right. I don't want to force it. All right. So you had a David. Does April or the color yellow make sense to you in any way?
So one of my sons is born in April.
You have a son born in April. Okay. And the David that we were talking about was your ex-husband who's living.
Yes.
Okay. And so this would be his son
Yes.
as well, born in April. So I might have something going on here. It might be one of his loved ones coming through. But I don't know. We'll see what else I get. All right, I'm getting the lungs. So somebody had trouble breathing. Do you know? I feel like it's feminine though. Is it? Does he have a grandmother in spirit? He has two grandmothers in spirit. Do you know if either of them had an issue with the lungs? Had trouble breathing?
One of them might have.
One of them might have. All right, so it's possible that she's wanting to say that she is still, that she sends her love to him and that she watches over the grandkids. That might be it, yes?
My mother died, her body shut down, she couldn't breathe, but I had a brother who didn't come to full term in the 8th month, and they had named him David. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So your brother, who passed before full term, was named David, and your mother passed from the lungs.
Her body
The lungs
shut
and
down,
everything else.
She couldn't breathe.
Okay, all right. Yes. And is yellow or April relevant?
My mother,
Your mother.
her birthday.
Your mother's birthday was in April? Okay. Okay, beautiful. So we've got several strong hits there, so I feel like I'm with you. Yeah. So your mother says she's come through for you before. So you've seen, actually you may have told me you saw a medium before. Okay. And so she came through to you in a mediumship reading in the past.
2 times.
2 times. Oh, she's a strong lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, 3rd time's a charm. Yeah. So she's you know what? I feel like she knew you bought the ticket. She was with you on the car ride here.
Yeah.
So how does this make sense to you? You felt her?
No, we drove together from New
She
Jersey.
came to Jersey. I live in Manhattan. I met her and we drove here.
Okay. All right. But so she's saying she was with you in the car when you were on your way here. She said,
In the conversation.
so you brought her up. You were talking about her in the car? Beautiful. Nice. Good, good. So she's obviously confirming that for you. She says that, so she was with you earlier. She's already come through for you a couple of times. She's a strong lady. She's like, I just wanted to give everybody else a chance. She's cute. I feel like she's not cute. The way she's coming through to me.
Wrong woman.
So I'm going to say the way she's coming through to me is like she's very particular and unique. Like her voice or her accent.
She had an accent.
She had
was European.
Okay, she was European. Okay. So she wanted to say, just going to let everybody else give a chance. Because otherwise I feel like she would have been here from the get-go.
Yeah.
She's a strong person, strong personality. Yes. Yeah. All right, I'm seeing her hair. She's got her hair is done just so. So I don't know if she went to the salon or she was very picky about the way her hair was done. Is this not your mother?
She wore a wig.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Something particular about her hair. Yeah. So her hair always looked a certain way. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll accept that. And the wig that she wore, I feel like I'm seeing it's not long hair. It feels like it's like about maybe chin length but it's got some fluff to it. It's got some body to it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions? Anything you'd like to ask or say to her? Oh, here's one thing. She's confirming she's got your brother David.
My brother.
You talked about she had a son
Yeah.
who didn't make it at 8 months. And so this son would be your brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. She says that this is a nice thing to bring through because you know she was devastated when he didn't make it. So she's just confirming that. She's good. Yeah. She sends her love. All right. We've got, 12 minutes left or so? Let's see what else we get. See if we can end it on a good one. Yeah. They're all good, aren't they? All right, I'm bragging on myself. No, I'm bragging on you. On you. All right. Hang on. I feel like, I'm not sure if I'm with you, Dunbar. Mm-hmm. I feel like I want to talk about, I think this is a duck. Didn't you lose, it was a duck?
Yes.
It was a duck. You lost a duck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. All right. So I think I've got your duck here. Let me see what he wants to say. All right, hang on. Okay. He is adorable. He's walking along, and his little tail feathers like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I feel like he's just. Is this your duck? Did he?
She could have looked like a he.
Okay.
To you, if you don't know about
I don't know ducks.
their sex or their type. She was a Muscovy duck.
Okay.
And
I don't know
she
what that means.
Oh, she was a beautiful South American. She was like a very unique breed or type of bird.
Okay.
Because she would typically want to nest like in a tree
Oh.
down in South America, right? But living in the mountains, North Carolina, she had her own little cabin and her own little upstairs and a ramp and stuff.
Aw,
We just,
you spoiled her rotten.
We did, yes.
But when she walked, did she have a little style to her walk?
She really did. She began to go lame in the beginning. We didn't know anything about ducks when we rescued her, so I started reading as much as I could. And while I was still looking up the signs leading up to that, just that early stage, we were able to somehow fix it and give her all the nutrients that she needed. But we didn't know what extra nutrients she needed with the diet that we had found her on. So we already added to it and gave her fresh stuff as much as we could. But it wasn't until a couple months in when we realized Google was giving us too many different answers. So I finally went to a local place. Some guy gave me good advice, and so we fixed it. We corrected. She had a total weird limp. One foot turned in. So she had a limp.
Okay.
So she had this really cute
So
waddle,
when
like-
your duck, when you first got your duck, before you figured out the health thing, she had a foot that was turned in. So she walked in a funny sort of a way.
She got that after she started to nest, and it was that
Okay.
first spring. So we only had her for a few months.
And I knew you had lost a duck, but you never told me about that duck's foot or the funny way that duck walked.
Right.
So that is evidential.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Yes, beautiful. My goodness, I know you love that duck. It's just a duck, but you loved that duck, and the pain that you felt when that duck went. She says, first of all, she's given you a big heart, which, she didn't have hands before, so she couldn't do this, right? But she's definitely like sending, but she's telling me that she would snuggle with you. Would you pick her up and she would, I feel like she's showing you affection in some way.
In the earlier days before she nested, she would let us handle her as much as we wanted, and we tried not to make it like a thing, but then of course when she came around to that first spring, her body started going through all these changes, and she didn't want to be handled, which we totally respected. We had to put her in the water in her pool to get her to stay physically active. So that's what got her to be stronger and straighten out her waddle, so to speak.
All right.
But it always still had a cute little...
But she's talking about how she felt so loved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she felt so loved. And now, I know you told me, sorry, my memory's not good. I know you told me she passed tragically from some prey animal. I don't remember what. That's not relevant. She wants you to know it was super fast, and she did not suffer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we get. Okay. I'm hearing a name. It sounds like it starts with an M-A-R. I don't know if this is a Margot or somebody else with an M-A-R. Yes?
Marilyn.
A Marilyn. Marilyn. Is this a female of an older generation for you? It's not an aunt, is it? What's the relationship to you?
Grandmother.
Grandmother. Okay, hang on a sec. You also have an aunt in spirit, is that correct?
I'm trying to think. I don't know much of my
Does your grandmother have a sister?
Yes.
And that sister is in spirit.
Yes.
So this is a great aunt for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like Marilyn wants you to know she's with her sister. Hang on a sec. Okay. I'm getting the sensation in my feet. So I don't know if she had a problem with her feet or she had mobility issues.
I don't think so. I never knew her either.
Oh, you didn't know her.
Named after her. So.
Oh, you were named after her. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. All right. Hang on a sec.
I have feet problems though.
Oh, you have feet problems.
Yeah.
Okay. So she wants to say that she sees what's going on in your life.
Right.
That she watches over you, and that she's delighted, she's proud that you share her name. Nice. Good, good. All right. I just heard the name Helen. Helen. Oh, you have a Helen over here. I saw 3 hands go up. Woo! All right. Who's Helen?
My grandmother, her great-grandmother. My great uncle's sister recently passed away. Her name was Helen.
Okay. Is this all the same Helen?
No.
Oh, it's 3 different people.
Two different.
Okay, so you two are together. All right. So let me hear that again then, because I assumed you were together. So it's your
My grandmother, this is my daughter.
grandmother.
My
Okay.
great-grandmother.
Gotcha. So your grandmother is Helen, and what was the other one?
My great uncle's sister.
Your great uncle's sister. Got it. Okay. So we might have an overlay that both Helens are saying hello, but let me see if I can get some more details for us. Hang on a second. All right. All right. I want to talk about a cardinal.
Oh,
So the cardinal makes sense for all 3 of you?
yeah.
All right. So you guys see a cardinal and you think of Helen.
I
Yeah?
have a cardinal tattooed on me.
And you have a cardinal tattooed
Yeah.
on you. Nice. Okay, beautiful. The cardinal that's tattooed on you, is that related to your loved ones in spirit?
No, so we always say, you see a cardinal and you think of your loved ones.
Yeah, it's a whole internet
and
meme thing.
Helen's sister-in-law is obsessed with cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our grandmother had, every Christmas, she had cardinals covering her tree.
Oh.
I was actually just at the store earlier, and there, like, cardinal decorations, and Granny would have loved
Yes.
this.
Oh, good.
The one to my yard every time I was out.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, nice. So, your great aunt and the grandmother. The great aunt wants to say that she sees what's going on in your life, right? And oh, hang on. She says she knows it has not been easy for you. You've had some real challenges. She wants to say she's with you for those challenges. She says she's proud. You're just hanging in there. You're just working through it. She says it'll get better. It'll get better. Yeah. And then your grandmother and great-grandmother. She says she's around you all the time. She's around you all the time. You have things of hers. You have things that belonged to her, and you think of her, and it's like, oh, there's this, there's that, there's the other. You have multiple things.
She was always picking us up on her trips.
Oh, nice, yeah. So she wants to say, thank you for the ways you continue to think of her and honor her, and she will continue to come around and watch over you. Yeah. All right. All right. For those of you who did not get a message tonight, know that your loved ones are with you, that they do love you, and that they are doing well. I know several other people here had cardinals, but they didn't raise their hands. I want to acknowledge that because I was feeling it while I was talking. So a lot of love coming down for all of you. bear with me one moment while I close this session, and then I'll have just a minute or two of questions. So one moment, please. Thank you all for coming through today. I'm ending the session, closing the door with love and gratitude. Thank you. All right. All right. Well, there you have it. Lots of spirits coming through for you. And I hope that you've gotten lots of good feelings and good messages out of tonight's event. I'm opening, if you want to have, I've got just like 1 or 2 minutes if somebody wants to ask a question about what I do, how I do it, how to book appointments or anything like that. Any questions? Yes.
Workshop.
Workshop.
That's my thought. That's like the word that comes to mind. So what you do, I want to know what it is that you did when you started to channel someone's family member. Like, what did you have to eventually just try it over and over and over until you figured out what all the symbols mean?
Yeah.
You started taking notes about your experiences?
It's definitely been a progression.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's been a progression. When I first started out, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna lie down, close my eyes, put on the white noise, nobody come and bother me. I'm gonna meditate, and then I'm gonna write down what I got, and then I'll call the person up and say, I got this, does it make sense? And it worked.
That's awesome.
That was how I started. And then from there, I did just like family and friends, and then I ended up putting it out on the internet, and it kind of went viral in the local market. So I was working my day job, and then I was working every evening, multiple readings, weekend days, multiple readings for months. And so I got experience after experience because I just said, hey, you know, I'm trying to get experience. I'll do these readings for free. So I did so many readings, and it ended up. Oh, is that you were some of my first readings? Yeah. Oh, yay! So you know I'm telling the truth. So you've seen me before. All right, validation. Woo! All right, you probably came to my home even.
We did.
Oh, okay. That was the early years, like 2017, 2018. Yeah, great. So anyhow, that's what I was doing, and even then I was like getting hits, but people were telling me, yes, that makes sense, but I was like hard on myself, and I was thinking, am I just lucky? Am I humoring myself? And then one day I was doing a reading for somebody in those early months, and I said, is there a Ray or a Roy? And everybody in the room gasped. His name was Roy Ray. I was like, holy wow, I am really doing this. And then since then, with more experience, and I've read more books, and I've tried more things, and I talk to my spirit guides, and they talk to me, and so I've developed more and more symbols as time goes on.
Awesome.
Yeah. I actually, you started the question with the word workshop, and I will say, I actually am about to lead a workshop in September. It's not here though. It's in Sedona, Arizona, at the Sedona Transcendence Retreat. I'm going to be one of the featured presenters. I'm going to actually be doing a group reading for a large group, 200 or 300 people. And then I'm also going to be doing a workshop there, which is the secret language of mediums. So then I'm going to be talking about all the symbols that I got, all the symbols that I use, symbols that other mediums use, how we got the symbols, things like that. Awesome. Yeah, great question. All right, well, we're going to have, in just a minute, we're going to have some mingle time, and we'll have a little bit of a break. And then at 8:30, we're going to have this beautiful music from Deanna Rose. In the meantime, I just want to mention I've got business cards on the counter here. If anybody wants to grab a card, you're welcome to. If anybody wants to have a reading that's a personal one-on-one reading, you can actually make those appointments directly on my website. My calendar's there. And then if you have anyone that you wish could have made it to the session tonight, but they didn't, I will mention I also offer gift certificates on my website. So all of that is channelingwhitelight.com. And thank you all so much. Good night.